Okay, so knowing that, now I'm working backwards in time because I had to learn about Rudi when I first met him, and of course the stories told about his heroic escape. We're not going to go through the details, although I thought from a scientific point of view, I was so interested in the Russian tobacco and the kerosene in order to put off the smell. I also, what is not mentioned is that there had to be other inmates that assisted in this escape. It wasn't just Rudi and Wetzler, because people had to provide clothes, open up the logs, etc., etc. Wow. I met him through Ruth, because Ruth Linn was here on a sabbatical, and she said, there's this fantastic guy. Do you realize he's out here? And she told me, the whole story. There's we talk about Hana Senish. There's no in Israel, and she might have rescued 3 people, and there's this guy Rudi Verba. And do you know that Verba is, I guess, one of 5 that escaped from Auschwitz to live with Wetzler? And I said, I had no idea. I came to a Zionist summer camp. I've been to Israel, and she says, Arthur, you've got to read about this guy. And he was hidden out in pharmacology, and Ruthie persisted, kept on going to his office and being thrown out. And it was through Ruthie, I believe, that my wife Jeannie and I were over at the Linns together with Rudi and with Robin. And he was most congenial. Then, at that time, we were living out at UBC, and he lived in an apartment on Toronto Avenue. I would drop in and visit him from time to time, and he would tell me the stories. And I said, this is Cyril. How did you survive for duties? And I can't do the accent. You have to be strong. If you show any weakness, you're finished. And at all times, I had to show I was strong. And then, so that's one particular quote that was impressed me. And up to this point too, and already I was in mid-adulthood, the story was, there was nothing about resistance by all the people that went to the concentration camps. And Rudi, to me, opened up a little bit of a, I said, well, what gave you the, says, from the day I came in, I looked around and I knew I wanted to get out. And apparently, I don't know when he met up with Wetzler, but these 2 guys, I guess, had been in there for about 2 years and were hardened. And there's all, he told me he worked on the ramp and the Canada, but there are other things. Every survivor has hidden things, and how he survived, only he knew. And he was a unique survivor because many other people, and I remember from my people that came over that were survivors that my parents befriended, nobody wanted to talk about anything. He was the first survivor that was spontaneous. He wanted to tell me.